Okay,
Really?
but show of hands, how many of you has had any kind of drain or anything to drink?
Oh,
Everybody has. Okay. Water is one of the most important things in life. Without water, we can't survive. We can't do our everyday things. So today I'm going to show you how is potable water made and its importance. So, okay. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit more about conservation, how we obtain it, how we treat it, and how it's delivered to the customers. Here's little facts about water. About 97% of the earth is made out of water, but yet only 1% is actually safe for human consumption. The other 2% is frozen, so we can't really use it. The average person can only live 5 days without water. That's according to the CDC website. And the average person uses about 170 gallons of water per day. That seems really bad. Every time you flush the toilet, that's about 6 to 7 gallons. So, here's a scary fact. 3.4 million people die every year from just lack of water in other countries. That's the same amount of people that live in Los Angeles. So that's pretty scary to know. And just a little bit about myself. I have worked for the city of Oklahoma City for about 6 years. I obtained the highest water license you can obtain. It takes about 200 hours of training classes and about 5 years of hands-on experience. So it's a subject that I'm a little familiar about. The first step of creating water is collection. This water comes from rainwater. That's your main source of drinking water. It goes from rain, goes down the street, goes to a storm. Those things you see on the street, those are storm water pipes. Those go underground and then they eventually end up on the lakes. Most of the lakes in Oklahoma City are man-made lakes. They were created for water supplies. The next step is sedimentation. This is a step where water goes into a tank and is allowed to settle for 3 to 4 hours, and it gets all the dirt and all the settables, and it settles down, and then all the top water just kind of flows over and it goes into filtration. Filtration, the water gets pumped through filters made out of sand, and water just goes through really slow. Here's a picture. Here's a picture of how the water gets to the lake. So it runs off, goes into the pipe, ends up on the lake, and that's how it's obtained. Here's a sedimentation basin. It just gets pumped into this basin. It sits there for about 3 to 4 hours, and it flows over this little weirs right here, and it goes into sand filters. Here's a picture of sand filters. Water goes in, goes through sand, gravel. Most places have charcoal filters on the bottom. That increases the taste, makes the water taste better. And the last step of making water is distribution. You gotta pump that water to people. So it gets pumped from the plant, it goes into water silos or water stations, and it's retaining there, and it goes to your houses and places, and it has a float on it, and the more you use, the more you gotta pump those to keep them afloat. But ways to be conservative when thinking about water, just when you brush your teeth, turn off the water. That usually uses about, they say 3 to 4 gallons every time you brush your teeth. So that's kind of wasteful. Get a rainwater gutter catcher. You can actually get those from the city. It's like a big 55-gallon barrel. Every time it rains, comes out of your gutter, goes to this barrel, and then you can just water your yard and stuff with it. So it's a way to save money. And now we all hear about the efficiency appliance and stuff. That's a big thing now. We're trying to save water. Water is pretty much the new goal. Most places don't have it. There's a lot of people getting involved in buying water rights and stuff like that, sell it to other people. Here's my sources for my presentation, but I also wanted to tell you guys, there's many companies that proclaim to have water that comes out of, I don't know, Ozarks and stuff like that. Well, there is no Ozarks in Oklahoma. So this leaves you thinking, where's this water coming from? 25% of water bottles come from the city. They're not required to put a label in there that says City of Oklahoma City Water. So today I told you how water is obtained, how it's made, and how it's sent to you guys for you guys to use it. So next time you buy a water bottle, just think about that. Thank you.
Yeah.